Hello, hello, everyone. This is it's so exciting. So I am here for a second. Glad you asked. I am Dr. Renita. I'm an educational leadership strategist, and that just means that I love to work with growing and aspiring leaders to become more authentic in their leadership, to empower their followership, and at the end of the day, have a greater impact on the world. I am also, as you can see, the host of Leadership Live, also the producer of Leadership Live. I am a coach, I am a mentor, I am a speaker, I am an educator, but one of my favorite titles is being a mom. I am a mom to 4 children. I birthed 2 and I own 2. I am also an author of Stepmom, Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs, editions 1 and 2. Also, While You Are Sleeping, the perfect children of all ages book. It's fabulous. And you can order them through my website, drrenitaweb.com, or you can order them on Amazon. Go either place and you can get them. Why not? I am also a beauty queen. I have held many local and national titles, and all of that just has come together and helped me in all of my leadership journey. Well, Leadership Live started back in 2019, where I did 52 episodes all by myself, and then in 2021, God encouraged me to bring on some friends. So I interviewed 54 people in 49 weeks. In 2022, did it again. We had some wonderful guests for a shorter season in 2022. And here in 2023, we are back with so many more of Dr. Renita and her friends. So today, I am back with one of my favorite friends. Her name is Chisa Pennix-Brown, and she's getting ready to tell you a whole lot about her.
Hey y'all, listen, I love it, and when you say that and you list out all your accolades, it's like, wow, sometimes you don't realize how powerful you are, how many things you have done, and it's just amazing. So I'm glad to be here. So I'm Chisa Pennix-Brown. I'm the chief curator of Give It to the People, which is a mental wealth company. We are very lifestyle focused, and what we do is we do curated conferences. We help people to really get their lives together, their mind and their money right, and we do that by helping them start businesses. And so we teach, I specifically teach. My husband is also the co-founder of our business. And so he does a lot of our back office stuff, the stuff that you don't see that makes the business great. He does that and keeps me in line because, sometimes you could already tell, right? So the great thing about this business is being able to help other people grow and being able to help them to get a lifestyle that they really love. And so we call it quality of life, right? Now your quality of life may be totally different than my quality of life. So like, for example, I like big shrimp, okay? I just do. All right. Don't bring me no popcorn shrimp. Now I would eat a popcorn shrimp. Okay, so I'm not that bougie, but I like big shrimp. So I'm just saying, it's kind of thing. Okay, I need. Well, it could be in between a prawn but I need a shrimp that I could actually hold the tail like this, right? Where's the popcorn shrimp's tail? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. So. So for me, it's like those things are quality of life. I like to eat good. I like to drink good. And I don't drink, but I love a good mocktail. You know what I'm saying? And so I just changed Dr. Renita's life today with this mocktail.
Coconut has changed my life.
Coconut has changed her life. So I like the kind of the spice of life things, the things that I think make you feel good. And so if you were stuck in a room, right, and you couldn't go anywhere, what are those things that would make you feel good? So for me, good music, good food, something good to drink, something comfy to lay on. So like, don't call me and tell me you have 200 thread count sheets. Like, that's not going,
Hold on, honey. Can we take a pause right there?
Do you see?
Who out there still has 200 thread count sheets?
Not I, said the cat.
200? Do you not itch? Is it not scratchy?
I can't. I just can't do it. I'm not going to be able to do it.
I digress. Back to what you were saying.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So for me, those things are quality of life. And sometimes people don't think about those things. But like now, I know why your grandparents, and you couldn't figure it out, why they like sitting on the porch looking at nothing, right? Or looking at stuff drive by. That now is quality of life. I know why, right? And it's like the peace of being in your own place and being able to look out at the world and letting the wind just blow by. And your yard is cut. The car's in the driveway, it's clean. You got food in the house. So you're not worried about insecurities that a lot of other people worry about. Those things to me are quality of life. And so, I appreciate that. And I appreciate those things a whole lot more now than I ever did. And I understand them. And that's the type of stuff that I want people to know is that, success is going to be different for everybody. But those things to me are important.
Absolutely. And I think that sometimes we forget with even this whole comment about the 200 thread count sheet, or having the opportunity to sit on a porch during the day and watch cars go by, or just breathe. Having the moment in your life to just breathe.
Yeah.
I remember sitting, and I don't even think I was at a conference. I'm pretty sure that I was in a meeting with one of our school counselors. And she asked us at some point in time, when was the last time you even noticed you were breathing? And to have the opportunity to not only notice that I am breathing, but then to really concentrate on my breath.
Yes.
And to refocus my breath. Breath is life.
Yes.
And having the opportunity to notice it and not take it for granted.
Yes.
Because there's so many people who aren't getting to do that anymore. Eventually, one day, none of us will be doing that anymore.
That's right.
But the privilege of having breath, the privilege of sitting on your porch, we forget that it's a privilege.
It is. And that's one of the things, like going through COVID and I'm just going to be honest with people because that's what we're here to do, right? Having anxiety and depression. And a lot of times you don't think that people that are probably like us, that are very happy, bubbly, go lucky people, right? You don't think of those people as having anxiety and depression, but I am very high functioning anxiety. And sometimes you can't explain it, like you just have to do. Right. And so it's one of those things where you realize it. And last year, my word of the year was calm. And so I had to do that. And so one of the things I do is focus on breath work. And, like even my husband, myself, we sit and we literally practice that. I even have white noise machines. I have a portable white noise machine that I take with me because sometimes you just need to get rid of all of the noise. Right. Sometimes you need to get rid of whatever your own thoughts are, and you just can't do that. So when we talk about mental wealth, I literally mean what your mind is doing. And your body, as long as you're alive, is going to keep breathing, right? But if you notice that, like when people go in the hospital and they put them on the breath machines, that is what's keeping you alive, is that breath that's inside of you. So if you don't pay attention to how it gives you life, then you will put yourself in a position where you're always ripping and running and you're never paying attention to what you really need. And then what's going to happen is you will get I'm going to say it the way that I want to say it. You will get sat down. Okay? Because I was going to say it proper. You will get sat down. Okay? Because then you're unhealthy and then you're not feeling good. And it's like you don't realize it until it's too late. So now, one of the things that I like to tell people with mental wealth is you have to self-regulate. That's the problem, is people don't self-regulate. You keep on taking on so much that your body just can't take it anymore. Your mind just can't take it. And you need time for yourself. And so being able to institute that into your life, those things make a difference. Like I tell my husband, I said, listen, if ever you feel, a certain thing, because it's a lot of transition going on in certain things, right? So I'm like, you know what? 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes every day for yourself. You can't tell me you can't find 5 minutes. And if that means go to the bathroom, and if that means go to your car, hide out, wherever you need to go, 5 minutes for yourself and just sit and breathe. No phone, no music, no nothing. Just sit there and just breathe and give yourself 5 minutes. And I guarantee you'll feel better. Guarantee it.
Let me tell you, this is why, one moment, I'm going to tell you really what we're talking about. But this is why I come home from wherever I am. And my family laughs at me. And I just sit in the car. My husband will call me from upstairs and he'll say, "Are you all right?" "I'm all right. I'll be in a second."
Yeah.
And I have the privilege of being able to park my car in a garage. We have a 2-car garage. No, my husband cannot park in the garage. We needed the other half for storage, but half of it was going to be mine. So I have the privilege of parking in a garage, and I will literally. And sometimes I'm listening to music. Sometimes the song didn't end yet, and my car concert is still going.
Come on,
and I got to give the
concert.
people what they need.
You know that?
Right. But sometimes it's just, I will cut the car off and just sit there. And before I can go into any other environment, I need a moment where I'm not paying attention to the road. Nobody's talking to me. And I love my family. They are my favorite people. But sometimes I just need a moment where it's just me.
Yep.
And I get to be just me. It doesn't matter what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except for the fact that I'm breathing in and out. And I am free, completely free for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's that peace that you get. And I'm gonna be honest, the car is a great office. Like, I get a lot of stuff done. I'll sit in the car and do a lot of stuff on my phone, and then still go upstairs or wherever I gotta go and still do work.
Right.
But it's like, if I could finish this right here, I'm gonna be done with it, and then I can go do whatever else. So I think that just finding those places and spaces. And so when we talk about giving to the people, being a lifestyle business, like, I wanted to build it around the lifestyle that I wanted. And I said I wanted to be able to work from anywhere. I wanted security in knowing that I didn't have to work as much. Now, I just want to be clear. We are not millionaires, okay? And if we get to be millionaires, you know what I'm saying, God willing, knock on wood, honey, I'm probably not going to tell you we're millionaires.
That part.
Because you know what? This is the thing with lifestyle. I think that people have taken the word and the phrasing, and I'm very, very into what the words mean, you know, the semantics of it. And they don't mean the same thing to everybody. So I think when people say lifestyle, they want to show you a life that they're not actually living.
Oh, that's good.
Or they want to show you a life that they do want to live, but maybe they're not fully there yet. So this is the person that takes the picture by the pool at the apartment. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. But you are not on vacation. You know, I mean, like, I'm just being honest, right? And you don't even live at that apartment. You at somebody else's apartment complex. Now, I'm not knocking what you're doing, okay? I'm not saying that. But I just want you to understand that sometimes when people are looking at social media specifically, you can make anything look good.
Hello, somebody.
It's not about just making it look good. If it doesn't feel good to you genuinely and authentically in what you're doing every day, then it's not real. So for me, when I say lifestyle, I mean how I actually live every day. You know, and so for me, I'm not going to show you everything that goes on. Like, you're never going to see me and my husband laying in the bed together, because that's our space and our time. You know, so like when you see the reality TV shows, everybody laid up. No. What are you doing in here? You know, like that's right. How I feel about that.
This is my intimate time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, why do you need to know, you know, what's in the bedroom? That's none of your business. And that's just how I feel. Now, I'm not saying that people don't show their beds, right? Because people are making up beds now, doing all kinds of content, you know, and I don't even like to do that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I make up the bed, but I'm just saying, I don't want to make it up and put all of the pillows just to do a video to show you that I'm making up the bed. And again, it's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But that's my point. If you know that that's not something that you genuinely do, if you know you just bought pillows just so you can show them off on Instagram, some of this stuff doesn't make sense to me. And I understand when they say it's all content. But I think that you should feel good about the life that you're living. And I'm not living my life just to show people my life online.
Right.
You know, so like if I go out to a restaurant, I'm going to take a video now because I'm a foodie. I love a good piece of something to eat. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do that. But I'm also not going to show you like the whole dinner and everything that we had. I'm going to show you the food, and then I'm going to get back to life.
Right.
And living and eating and enjoying and having a conversation. So, you know, when we're talking, we're like, listen, okay, once you did that and you took that video, put that phone down. Because now it's time to have real conversations. So life to me needs to be lived. And I think a lot of times people want to live vicariously through this cell phone. And it's so much more that's out there. So much you can show people, but you also need to keep something for yourself. So you can be lifestyle driven, you know, and, you know, I want to show a happy Black couple. And I don't want this happy Black couple to not really be happy in real life, you know. So I have the type of husband, he ain't gonna take too many pictures. He ain't gonna be in but so many videos, okay? And if you are like that and you know that, I'm gonna go ahead and you're gonna get 3, okay? I'm telling you, it's so funny how 3 is in my life. So if you saw the other episodes, you know about my 3. I'm gonna give you 3 good pictures. Don't ask me after that. And the thing is, once you know that, then okay, you know? He's not gonna be that like, okay, I'm on everything, because that's not what he wants, and you have to understand and respect that. So once you get into this, sometimes people get into these lifestyles and they wanna make a person be what they've seen other people be. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have said that. I'm like, oh well, you know, such and such's husband, he does da-da-da. And he's just like, that's good for such and such. And I'm like, well, I would love it if you would. He was like, if I feel like it, I will. You know what I'm saying? So I think the thing is, with us, when we decided to do Give It to the People, it was about our strengths. And if you know that that's not that person's strength, then you need to hire somebody else whose strength that is. So now if we're doing a photo shoot, oh, he's going to get in a photo shoot, honey. He loves to get dressed up for a good photo shoot. He's going to give you some smiles. He's going to give you some angles. He's going to give you, but if it's just a regular picture, he is not pressed, okay? So it's like, I can still show you a happy Black couple, but I don't need to do too much to make that try to be the reality, because we are a happy Black couple. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for me, it's like the business does go hand in hand with the relationship, and if your business is messed up, your personal life will be messed up. I'd rather have a better personal life and still have a great thriving business, but the personal life is more important to me than the business. And I can honestly say, do I think that that was always the case? I don't think that that was always the case, because at some point in time, I was trying so hard to do the business. Now I'm trying so hard to do the life.
Hello, now that'll preach by itself. So if you haven't noticed, today we're talking about mental wealth.
Come on.
We're talking about being mentally wealthy, and to think about doing the life and not trying so hard to impress people on social media. That in itself shows that you are mentally wealthy. Yeah. But Chisa, when you're thinking about mental wealth, how would you define that?
So I define it as getting your mind right and your money right. And I think that they should go hand in hand. I think that you should, and I'm just saying this is my take on it, I think that you should be able to find something that you do love to do, and you should be able to monetize that thing. And it shouldn't be something that takes you so far out of a comfort zone. And I'm not saying it can't, but you should be happy and comfortable with the things that you're doing and be able to make money off of that. So I'm a natural talker. I've always been like this. But I'm not just talking just to be talking. I talk to educate. And, when I tell people, I'm like, listen, I do events, and, people are like, oh, let me see. And I'm like, they're looking for all of the she frou-frou stuff, right? They're looking for a big backdrop with flowers all over the place. They're looking for what they've seen on TV. All of that stuff costs money. It just does. I would rather you have nothing else there, okay? I'm gonna be honest, than a table and a chair, and you leave with a wealth of information and feeling good and having something that's actionable, than to worry about if I have flowers, and mind you, I do have flowers all the time, okay? I'm talking about in the office. But then if I had a wall of flowers for you to take a backdrop picture against. I just rather that, because I feel like the education is what we always lack. We don't know stuff, and so because we don't know, we can't make more money. And I am constantly trying to learn something new to make myself more efficient, to use my time better, to make my business better, to be able to grow it. If I learn something new, I can teach somebody else. So for me, that's the important thing, is being able to use what you have to make money with it. And a lot of people don't realize they have a book inside of them. They have a product line inside of them. And I'm not even trying to say this is going to make you $1 million, right? Because that's always the mark. Everybody wants to be a millionaire now. But if you are doing good or halfway decent with what you have now, if you had a little bit more, you do a little bit better. And then once you get that little bit more, you want a little bit better, right? And so, we have these conversations of like what you used to do. And, like when I first met my husband, he used to eat sandwiches all the time. Just regular old sandwiches, okay? And I'm just like, So when I'm, I like sandwiches, but I also like, okay, let me give you an example. The bread is really what makes the sandwich, right? The better the bread is, the better the sandwich is.
Facts.
I'm just being honest with you. So if you out here just eating a regular Wonder sandwich, okay, with some regular Wonder bread.
On, Wonder.
Now let's be clear, Wonder bread used to be the bomb, right? Now we had this conversation back in the day. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You remember you used to go to McDonald's when you were little, right? And then you thought you were grown when you got to go to Burger King and they had them stripes on the side of the burger. And Burger King tasted so much different than McDonald's. And my husband was like, yeah, you used to get a Whopper. You thought you was really doing something. Because the McDonald's burgers were little, little piece of slice of cheese. And a Whopper was big. You used to think, oh, and don't put the sesame seeds on the bun. Come on. Okay? Let me tell you something. Now, if Burger King want to give me some money, y'all can give me some money. But I'm going to just be honest with this. I'm not messing with Burger King now. Okay? Like, that little burger.
Things have changed.
Once you get some good beef.
Hello.
Okay? Once you get an Angus beef, once you get you can't go back to eating that and think that that's still great.
Right.
You just can't. It's just like imitation crab.
Oh,
Listen, this is where I'm gonna have to get New York. Son, imitation crab, them little sticks, I can't, no, okay? Once you have real crab out of the shell, imitation crab is trash, right? So the biggest thing is that sometimes you haven't gotten to the place where you understand that this was good, but this is better. And now I really want this, and no, I'm not going back to that. And so it's certain things that it's like, no, I'm not eating that. No, I'm not going there. No, I'm not going to do that. And you understand it because you've grown, you've matured, and now your taste is different. And it's because of the experiences that you have. So when we talk about mental wealth, things that I used to think were great, it's just okay now, but I'm not doing that anymore. And I can't be in that place anymore because now I've grown, I've matured, I've had something different, and my taste buds are different. I don't have a taste for that anymore. So to me, that's where the mental wealth comes in at, because it's things that you're just not gonna do anymore. You're just not.
and the beauty in that is that that's okay.
Yep.
And your taste don't just have to do with food. Your taste may deal with your environment. Your taste may deal with the people you hang around. Your taste may be in the fabrics that you put onto your body. Your taste may be in the amount of money that you say is okay for you. Your taste may be in the way you choose to lead your life and lead others. Your taste buds mature as much as you allow them to, though. So if you never allowed yourself to get out of good, because like you said, Burger King was good,
But you
and
didn't know any better.
and it was an upgrade,
It was an upgrade. Yes.
and it was good. But if you settle for good, because good is good, good, I'm good. And let me tell you, even that now, when I think about people's mentalities and people's mental and whether or not they're really mentally wealthy, the use of the word good always stops me.
Come on.
Because good is minimal. So there's a saying, and I remember teaching this to my kids. It says, good, better, best. May you never rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Come on.
If you have never reached best and you've settled for good, while good is good, it's still settlement.
It is.
And as we are thinking about mental wealth, when I think of people who are wealthy, they have not a care in the world about money.
Yeah, that's it.
They are wealthy. Wealthy people aren't worried about it. They may be worried about some things, but they're not worried about it.
No.
Because fiscally, they're all right. Fiscally, they can move and shake however they want to because they're wealthy. And wealth replenishes itself. So if you're settling in good, in any place in your life, that means you're settling to be okay.
Yep.
You're settling for even what some people call rich, because rich does not particularly last. Rich a lot of times is for the moment.
Yeah.
But to be wealthy, that means that